Previously on Dances with Dice. When last we left our heroes, Felix, the human bard, Theo, the satyr ranger, and Doran, the Ganassi fighter. Our heroes had rescued some companions from the Order of the Rose. However, damage was done. Perhaps not permanently, but the aftermath of a rescue, a scouting mission, and a wounded young dragon await our heroes this week on Dances with Dice.
All right. So you guys had a successful rescue mission. You've all returned, for the sake of brevity, have returned back to the Order of the Rose. Theo, Nori has... This is like the most sort of childlike you've seen her act, maybe ever. Like even when she was like, you know, when you guys were a little bit like less strong and she was like clearly more in a child form in her younger disguise. And through like your sort of shared connection, you can feel like this deep red vein of fear almost running right down its center. As you guys arrive back, Felix, your brother, sort of signals you that he wishes to talk to you about something. And Doran, simply because everyone else is sort of occupied, the scouts return to you and give you reports on, because as you guys were doing the rescue mission, they were off doing a scouting mission. It has been determined that the Black Claw loyalists have basically abandoned the barracks portion of town.
Yippee.
Amer and several loyalists are still holed up in the in their sort of stronghold, but they can no longer control the streets. And if you are able to successfully take out Amer, you guys will have full control of this area of the city for the Order. The other report is that coming out of Newtown, and this is also coming from Jagreni, as your guys' other mission there was successful. The merchants, the rumblings from the merchants are starting to get louder as they've seen that the Black Claw loyalists are not only being forced out of the barracks area of town, but also they've started to harass even the people who are working with them. So your guys' mission was a huge success in that regard.
Oh yeah. Yippee.
Wahoo! So with that, I leave it up to Theo and Felix. Which of you would like to tackle your thing first?
Okay, rock paper.
They are
Wait,
rock,
what
paper,
is it? Who? Wait a minute. Winner gets to go first, or winner gets to go second?
Winner chooses.
Winner chooses.
Okay. Wait. This is hard because the one. Okay.
Zach, count us out.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. So
Wait.
okay, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Okay.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Is that scissors?
Both scissors.
We're both scissors.
Both scissors. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
I don't think we can do this.
We both
I
did
think
the
we're
same
too
one
in
both
sync.
times.
Okay. Actually,
I'll
hang
go
on a
first.
sec.
I'll go first. Unless you
Okay.
want to go first, I'll go first.
Go for it.
All right.
I didn't want to be here for the next 2 hours while me and Hannah continued to
Well, I was
play the
gonna
same thing.
What I was gonna do
in this
is-
audio format.
What I was gonna do is we're being dumb. We have dice. You just roll it off.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Wow, we're stupid.
This is better. This is actually way funnier.
Thank God you're pretty, because, like, damn.
Good thing I'm pretty.
I'm a scientist.
You're
I
both
get
listen.
paid to do science.
Listen, you're a scientist. Hannah's really pretty. Alex is
Are we
incredibly
looking
handsome,
past that
and I'm here.
I'm a software developer?
You were the one who mentioned how pretty you were.
Shut
I
up,
am.
Zach.
I mentioned
You pretty man.
I mentioned
Pretty man.
I mentioned
Pretty
each of the
man.
things that you all mentioned and something that's very obvious about Alex. I don't know why I'm the bad guy for not calling you a software developer.
Pretty man.
Theo. I will say, as soon as you guys arrive back at the order, Nori sort of hops out of your arms and goes sprinting towards your guys' shared quarters.
Okay.
Baby's first trauma.
Baby's first. Theo's obviously gonna go after her.
Okay,
Obviously.
you find her. She's when you find her, she's sitting on your guys' bed. She's sort of like just sitting on the edge of the bed. She's like swinging her legs, just staring at the floor.
Theo's gonna like from the floor, kind of crouch down where her legs are, and kind of like looking up at her. Like, just accent. Cockney, I'm uncultured, even though the accent doesn't turn into Cockney. This isn't Cockney. It's the Queen's English, probably. I don't know what this is. Hey, talk to me. What's going on?
I'm not supposed to be scared.
Everyone's supposed to get scared sometimes.
I'm a dragon.
So? You're young. You're young. You're supposed to get scared when you're young. Comes with practice. You've got to practice this sort of thing. And being
You're nev-
scared doesn't mean you're not brave.
You're never scared.
Nori, I got scared all the time. I was scared earlier. When that man hurt you, I was terrified.
She's sort of like as you talk more and more, she sort of like picks herself up a bit and then like kind of crawls to the ground with you and sort of wraps herself around your center.
Mm-hmm.
And she just you hear her whisper in your ear. It's like, it's never hurt that much before.
Well, we're starting to fight stronger people. People who are gonna pack a bit more of a punch than before. And if we're going to do this together, that just means we need to train. We need to get ourselves stronger, and that's okay. And I can't promise that it's not going to hurt again if you choose to continue fighting with me. I can't promise that something like this isn't going to hurt again. But I do promise I am going to do everything in my power to protect you. And you, above all else, are going to come home safe.
It's my job to protect you.
It's our job to protect each other. It's not one-sided, love.
She sort of tightens her grip on you at that. Okay.
Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's persevering in spite of it.
She wipes her tears and like nods at you. You're way better at this than Grandpa is.
What do you mean?
Making me feel better. Giving speeches. All of his are like fire and brimstone and 1,000 eons upon eons before this earth was new. It's like he's old.
Also, he's been cooped up in a tower for
Yeah, he needs
alone
friends.
for a long time. He does.
He needs
does.
friends.
He really needs
He
friends.
he won't like me telling this, but I don't care. You're my friend. You're my Theo. He actually really likes Doran more than he lets on. He feels really bad about flicking him.
I'm sure we can work that out between them.
He knows that Doran likes books like he does.
Smash cut to Doran. That's it.
It's just like Doran sitting in the library somewhere.
His ears are burning.
Ugh.
Sneezing, ears burning, the bottom of his feet itch. All the little signs that people say, like, someone's talking about me.
But Nori kind of picks herself up. It's like, you're right. It's time to go get stronger. It's like she gives you a big hug around your center. Thank you.
Of course, love. And it's
I
okay
love
to
you.
take breaks. I love you too. And she gives Nori like a squeeze.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She'll lean into it. She goes marching out the door, and you can hear her shouting down the hallway, "Doran! Get the pole arm!" She wants to train.
Do I hear? Do I hear
Oh,
her?
absolutely! Oh, absolutely! Yeah, this is not it's a hideout, but it's not a small. It's not a huge space. So you absolutely I feel like you're like 3/4 of the way through your books. Okay.
You're like,
Yeah.
well,
lets out a small sigh, closes the book, and gets up.
just.
Thud.
All right. With that, Felix.
Yep. It me.
It you. It indeed you.
Despite everything, you.
Despite everything, it you. Dorian meets you in his office. Congratulates you first with job well done on everything you guys have accomplished thus far. And then asks you a question, because I don't remember if you guys had this conversation fully yet, but so he looks at you, he's like, the curse. Did you ever find out any information that might help you break it?
Nothing exactly solid, I would say. I mean, if I had found anything worthwhile, you would need that to be able to tell.
I suppose that's true, but well, I assume you've heard that the originator of your curse has perished.
Yes.
But Were you not aware? Were you not aware of the other party involved?
What do you mean?
I'm so sorry. He goes to his desk and he pulls out a rolled up letter and he hands it to you. You see a letter with the seal, specifically your mother's personal seal. It's broken because the letter has been read, but it is your mother's personal seal.
Okay, I open it.
Suspense music.
The letter details how upon it's the end of a series of correspondence between, and I want to make sure I get the name right. It's between your mother and it's the final letter between your mother and Lady Camille Deschamps. And it is your mother laying out what she calls her penance. The letter details how how you may be captured and how your mother supplied the necessary magical ingredients, specifically a large donation of Aftermiria, to allow your curse to be placed upon you without suspicion of disappearing magical ingredients. And at the end of the letter, it concludes, I hope that our business can resume now that this personal insult has been laid aside, in reference to you.
I
You're-
mean, should I be surprised that I'm a bargaining chip at this point?
I would have hoped for more. Despite her flaws were numerous, but actually criminal. There is a rot that has infested this kingdom. It has come from the top down. You see it in this civil war. You see it in this city. You see it in our mother's actions. Something's festering at the heart of this country. Heart of this world. The dragons are a symptom. Terrible symptom. An immediate symptom, something that can't be ignored, but there's something more to this. This has been built. He goes to his desk and pulls out a small journal. It's like all the information I've been able to gather. Feel free to look it over when you can. Maybe it'll help fill in some gaps for you.
Felix just nods and doesn't really acknowledge more than that.
He sort of reaches out to put a hand on your shoulder, like, better than her, Felix. We're going to fix this.
Was it ever worth fixing?
And we'll make it better. Go on. And I'll say, for the sake of brevity, you guys are able to spend the rest of your day sort of decompressing from a whirlwind sort of week of events with your arrival in the city and the various things you've done over the last little while.
God, Felix is just like chain smoking at this point. Motherfucker's like 3 packs a day just from the stress.
I will say a day or two passes as you guys take some time. Information's gathered and you guys eventually find your way back to the map. A large sort of flashing star sits above the Black Claw headquarters within the barracks as the sort of large indicator of where Aimer can be found. The only new piece of information that has trickled in over the last couple of days would be this for you, Doran. Another old member of your team has been recognized. Aimer's remaining right-hand man. It's a young man who you had sort of taken under your wing and were, trying to teach the right ways to come up. Ozzy Cornwall has fallen in dutifully and by the side of Aimer, and has, by several reports, led several violent actions against civilians during his time. So you guys have several plans laid out. There is a sort of infiltration strategy. If you don't want to, you can always kick the doors down if you're feeling feisty. You can attempt to negotiate if you so desire, as you guys have enough power to surround the location if you want to. That sort of very open hostility could have consequences, but you have a couple of options of how you can approach this sort of situation. So you guys look at the map in front of you. There's a sort of a floating photo of Aimer there, as well as Ozzy. Ozzy's a human, young human male, looks to be about like mid to late 20s, mousy sort of brown hair, brown eyes, just, sort of your John Humanman sort of look. And yeah, what would you guys like to do? Or if you have any questions about your options.
Would you say he's a real everyman?
Yeah, just like you've never seen when just like you've ever seen John Humanman, it's him. Look at that. That's John Humanman walking down the street.
David's for an attorney at law.
I have an idea.
Oh.
What if instead of openly like surrounding the place and doing like a I don't know how you planned that
The siege.
but yeah, what if instead of sieging it, what if we stealthily just prevent any like supplies or food or anything from getting in, like basically choke them off, and then maybe try to get them to either venture out, and that's when we can take them out one by one, or it's basically like a siege, but without it being like an open siege where it's like they can see their enemies. It's more of like they're just no longer getting food, supplies, anything. They can't get information out because we're just always around or there, but we're not openly doing it. We're trying to, it's almost like flushing them out in a stealthily way, but where you basically kind of scare them or make them feel like trapped rats without even knowing that, like, but they can't actually even see where anybody is because we're not openly surrounding the place, but we are.
Yeah. I would say you guys, because of the power you currently exert over your current area, you have enough control that you can do that. If that is the route,
That
if
was
that's
just an idea.
Yeah, if that is a I would say that's an option that's totally viable and on the table. What about you guys, Felix and Theo?
I don't know, man. I'm here for vibes. Hannah, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Okay. Just checking. I glanced away from my screen, then I glanced back, and your eyes were shut, and I was like, "You good, bestie?"
Thinking.
I will say, as a strategy, you could implement Alex's plan without necessarily preventing you from doing anything else, because that is just a sort of exertion of control over the area. And then you can decide if you want to, door kick, infiltrate, negotiate from there as well.
Is this the only mission on the table?
Unless you guys want to go into like Newtown or other areas, this is the only thing that remains for the barracks.
Okay.
Yeah. This basically, by completing the assassination mission, you take full control over this section of the city. That unlocks a couple of things for you guys as well. But again, you are under no requirement to do this. You want to tackle other bits of the city, by all means.
An option would be to, if that's the case where we could implement this, we could just implement that to choke them out without having to necessarily put any of our assets really at risk. And then we could even start on other stuff. And if we hear anything, like they are like, we maybe we can push them to offering potentially some sort of terms of surrender while we focus on other stuff and don't even have to worry about them because we basically have them essentially trapped. But that, unless we want to actually just not have to worry about it at all, and then we just handle it all now. But these are all just options.
Entirely on.
I like the idea that Alex has, because it seems like coming up with creative solutions, like creative, seems to benefit us. Like with the shops.
Thinking outside the box.
Exactly. There we go.
Okay. So if that's an idea you'd like to implement, I would like everybody to please roll me a stealth check each.
Ouch.
And then intimidation checks.
Oh, Boise.
Stealth is 21 for me.
Damn. Very nice.
Intimidation is 22.
Ooh.
Stealth is 14 for me.
Hey, not bad given your armor sitch.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, my armor sitch actually, because of the new armor that I got some episodes ago.
You're in a better spot.
I have the demon skin plate. That eliminates my disadvantage.
Right. I forgot about that.
And then
intimidation.
Also 22.
Nice.
17 plus 5.
Very nice. All right, Doran.
14 and 23.
You're all very intimidating. You're all incredibly intimidating.
Very scary.
So what occurs is like you guys join several patrols and like assist in like getting these things cleaned up, and then eventually your people take over. You're all equally intimidating. At a certain point, Felix does like the Batman thing where it like appears behind somebody and then disappears while like in the next second. And yeah, you have, I'll say that at this point, you have successfully, with those rolls, you have successfully cut off Aimer, the remaining Black Claw loyalists, from any outside supplies. They can still scrounge from within the zone, obviously, but you have successfully isolated them. You will still have to deal with them in some way, like you three as a group. Like that's a mission you'll have to, like, quote unquote complete, but they're just shoved in their corner for now.
Well, if there's
and
talking, we have to send the bard.
You can
The bard charisma. You have the highest charisma score.
go
like
riz the war
charisma.
criminals.
Go riz those war criminals. You know war criminals so well, Morgan. The
Oh.
gay ones.
It's like, the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Means whatever the hell you want it to mean.
Thank you.
I almost kind of wanted to cut them off to where they like can't even leave the complex of their building. Like they only have like to where like they literally just only have what they have in there, so it eventually chokes them off. To where they get so desperate, maybe they would make some sort of
They have enough supplies.
Either they'd have to fight their way out, or they'd have to like make some sort of potential agreement or surrender.
They're
But,
comfortably supplied that they don't need to do much more than scrounge, just because it is the headquarters of the guard in this area. So like they are well supplied. It's also only about like 5 of them in a complex built for like 100. So they are oversupplied, and on top of being supplied beyond that. So they
only 5 of them, you say?
It is more, yeah. Again, this is very much just like if we're using the Assassin's Creed metaphor, hey, here's the story mission you have to deal with. You want to go synchronize the rest of the map? Be my guest. I don't mind doing that. But that is still waiting here, and none of the other story missions unlock until you do that thing.
Very constricting. No, doesn't feel like an open world to me.
Where's
I gotta put some
Where's my
guardrails
Skyrim
somewhere.
where I can abandon?
Yeah.
I can abandon the main plot and go join the Thieves Guild.
This is not Skyrim. This is Assassin's Creed.
Hannah just wants to fuck Brynjolf because we all want to fuck Brynjolf.
And they won't let us.
Listen,
I download mods.
You're not special
Even
for wanting to
then.
fuck a Brynjolf. We all want to fuck a Brynjolf. Get in line.
That's not a hear me
game-
out. That is a
every-
conventionally attractive thief.
Every game nowadays.
I'm not. I am
gonna
certainly
turn
not
into a-
saying it's a hear me out. The
every
hear me
game
out is the dragon.
Wait, on Anduin or whatever the fuck.
Alduin.
Parthenax is the hear me out. Alduin's also
Parthenax.
probably a hear me out.
Parthenax is not a hear me out, but Alduin is, and I will not explain or take criticism.
No, I do need an explanation. What do you mean?
No,
Is it
we're
the
not.
voices?
We're not opening that door right now.
All right.
But you have successfully contained Aimer and the Black Claw Loyalists. You guys want to tackle other things within the city, do different missions, gather more information, dig at some of the new leads you've received, by all means. You guys rolled really well on those stealth and intimidation checks, so
I'm sorry that we're so wonderful and perfect. We've never done anything wrong.
we're just so good at D&D.
We're just so incapable of failure. Immediately.
Don't say that too loud. That'll go poorly for us.
Yeah, don't say that. He's gonna kill somebody.
It's like, what are you
It's
talking
okay.
about?
Kill me for that.
It's okay, it'll be me. Again.
It's like,
No.
hubris, what's that? My name's Achilles. Nothing bad's ever happened to me.
Where's the city map again?
It is in resources. Should be that first link. if you'd like to take a look at the city, by all means.
Can you give us a slight rundown of like just which factions is and like what's going on with like the rest of the city?
Sure.
With, like,
Hightown.
Okay.
Yeah, Hightown and the Chandelier still remain deeply in Black Claw territory. Newtown has begun to shift a smidge with your actions. If you look at the map, like in the in-universe map, the red of the Order of the Rose has started to encroach into Newtown, though it is still mostly like large chunks of black squared blocks. Academy Row is still sort of neutral territory. Influence hasn't really shifted in or out of there yet. So that still remains, an area where you guys could possibly exert some influence. And there have been some rumblings of, given that the expectation is that they're going to lose the barracks entirely, Newtown is about to be the new sort of front line of influence within the city.
Well, then we should the fact that they still think maybe they have a foothold because they still have what's their faces in the barracks, then we should begin influence in Newtown so that we get there before they're fully ready for us.
All right.
Or if they think that we're going to Newtown, maybe we should go start somewhere else. Throw them off their game.
Would they suspect we'd go to Newtown?
Well, they most likely think that Newtown would be the new. But
Look at my notes.
What if we pincered them and went to Academy Row?
We should see all of Felix's old friends.
You guys have yet to go and speak to any of the mages, so that is an option.
That is where that's meeting with contact.
I'm at the catch-22. If I say there's something that I think we shouldn't do, Hannah's going to assume it's related to my backstory and insist that we do it. So I will say nothing because I know how Hannah works.
You know nothing. Boytown.
Hannah's not saying anything. It's all Theo. Theo's the one.
Ooh, I've never said anything a day in my life.
I know.
I have a master's degree.
You
do?
do. Got a big, wrinkly, sexy brain.
Big, wrinkly, just caverns filled with knowledge that I don't use in my job.
Nope. Where all my knowledge is too.
Oh. Okay. Boytown. No, not Boytown. Boyzone. That's what it does. Let's see. What was their? Could someone repeat? What was their logic of why they thought we might go to Newtown?
I think it was Alex's idea. Was
going to Academy Row and kind of throwing them off.
Because they thought we would go to Newtown?
I think they think Newtown's gonna be the next, so they might even be like trying to strengthen, the barrier between Newtown and the barracks if they think the barracks is about to fall. But if we put resources into like Academy Row, especially if we have any contacts or anybody who knows anybody there, we could probably get a foothold there, and then they'd have to split. If they already have people in Newtown, then they'd have to split a front between Newtown and the barracks and Newtown and Academy Row, and that would be a lot harder for them. And we'd also cut Newtown off from any potentially they'd have to only go through the Chandelier district to be able to give Newtown support. But it would put us in a weakened state in Academy Row, but it's more just like, I feel like if we could potentially have more opportunities to throw them off balance if we don't just go straight for Newtown. And maybe I'm overthinking and strategizing about this. But that's just what my character would do.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have Academy Row on our side, or like having more control over there, because that's where the mages are and what have you, and having a bit of more magic on our side might not be a terrible idea.
You guys are, the order does have a contact within sort of like the ranks of the mages, who does have some sway, and they are willing to meet with you if you guys want to begin your incursions into Academy Row.
I think it'd be a solid plan, because if we have either side, if we have both the barracks and Academy Row, we've essentially got Newtown surrounded.
All right.
Unless, Morgan, you have any objections.
Nope.
Morgan's like, stay out of the Chandelier district.
I mean, that would be dangerous for you guys to go
Stay
in
out of
anyway,
Hightown.
because those would both be like, I mean, listen, you'd be walking into enemy. Again, if we're using the Assassin's Creed metaphor, you're walking into the area of town that's like flashing red, and it's like, danger, danger. You do not have enough unlocks to be here yet. Like, by all means, go there. Your stealth checks will be very difficult. Okay. You guys make your way to Newtown. Or not Newtown. You make your way through Newtown to Academy Row. Looking at the map of Covenheim, you make your way to a large house. You make your way to a large home, sort of on the outskirts, or close to the outskirts of the southern end of Academy Row. And there you meet.
Is it the Millionaire residence?
No. I clicked on a random house, and listen, I rolled poorly. It's the Bunsblower residence.
I beg your pardon.
Did you say that in front of us and
God?
God?
The Bunsblower?
Bunceblower.
I found it. That is a large. It's one of the large residences.
One of the larger houses.
The Bunsblower.
Within you meet a mid 30-year-old half-elf male named Davrith. Davrith. He has dark skin, braided blonde hair, or not straight blonde, but sort of like an ashy blonde braided hair, and is wearing very, very fine sorcerer's robes. You can tell he is a sorcerer. And he looks at all of you. It's like, it is good to meet you all. Hello, I am my name is Davrith. You must be the representatives of the order?
Yes.
I was told I was not to sound rude. You have authority to negotiate, yeah?
We wouldn't be here if we didn't.
Why would they send someone with zero authority?
We have seen what you are doing in the barracks and the rumblings of the civil war that is brewing within the Empire. And he sort of looks you up and down, Theo, and like sort of like takes a sniff. It's like, I can smell the draconic magic that flows about you. And enough rumors have made their way from the south of a new dragon rider. What we are going to negotiate needs to hold weight beyond this war.
How so?
We want freedom. We have for too long been shut inside our walls, producing the magical necessities required to make this world turn. And while I will recognize the draconic threat has returned, so too has it protect us. He sort of motions to you, Theo. The mages will not help anyone who does not guarantee our ability to live our lives when this war is over. No more locked up in academies. No more endlessly producing. We want lives. No amount of protection is worth not being able to choose when I get to eat my fucking dinner.
Seems entirely reasonable to me.
Oh, we in Dragon Age, baby! Mage rights or mage fights!
I don't see why not. What does our society lose by? That's what I'm trying to think. Like, what do we lose? Who's going to be mad at us for doing this?
I mean, we just don't know. They're I'm assuming they're almost like how society would use any kind of disposable people or any type of thing where they're like, well, you're the only people who can make this thing that makes our society easier. We're going to control you, and we're going to probably control you on the auspices of that if we don't control you, you're scary, or if we don't control you, we won't have the things that we have. I don't think we've talked about if there is an oppression of mages. So this is news to me, so I'm like, okay, what are we doing to mages? Like,
but think of the shareholders.
Within the world as a whole.
Somebody think of the shareholders.
So you guys would be well aware that because you guys are well aware of the reality of the world post-war, where it is mages since the end of the war, because they were always targeted as sources of magical power for the dragons to eat and be able to, continue their battles. Mages have always been very protected, and anyone with magical ability has been sequestered away for their own protection out of necessity for many hundreds of years. In the century since the war, the mages have anyone with magical ability, because it's still very much like it's very awful if you're a sorcerer. Like, if you experience any form of magical power at any age, no matter who you are in society, you are immediately ripped away, shoved in an academy, and you have to harness your magical power in case dragons come back to be basically, because of the situation that has now just occurred. Everyone who has ever justified everything that has been done to mages over the last century is like, see, we fucking told you. We told you we needed to have this massive array of protection in place and always keep the mages in one spot, so we had all of the magical items and all of our magical protections safely stored away for when the dragons came back. We told you the dragons would come back, and the mages are out here. It's like, please stop making us make missiles. We want to write books.
I don't want to.
So it started out as we need to protect mages from the dragons, and turned into a system of exploitation of mages under the auspices of protection.
Exactly. Like how most systems of protection are eventually warped and bastardized. But yeah, so that's kind of where things are at. And there's always been sort of rumors of like the cottage industry of like how, especially like how quickly the entire world rebuilt from like literally almost half a millennia of war in less than 100 years, and you have thriving large modern societies across multiple continents, there's always been sort of an undercurrent like, holy, hang on, how the fuck did that happen? And magical
So
exploitation
I'm
is
gonna
definitely part of that.
I'm gonna kind of call for a huddle because I want to
Huddle up.
huddle up real quick. So I think that's something that we can potentially bargain with, but I do think, and I think everyone who's still and who has been justified by what has recently happened would agree that if this ever happens again, we will need their help. I think we could promise them freedom as long as they promise to sign, their leaders promise to sign a treaty that if the dragons ever become a threat, they will come to aid us. And I think that is a fair, because we need them. But they're correct. We do not. They do not have freedom.
They don't have rights. Would they not?
My only counterpoint, making this promise now might cause problems with more establishment thinkers later. I'm not saying that that's a reason not to do it. But we should be aware that this is an ideological change that some people might not be thrilled with us making. And again, I'm not saying that we don't do it, but we need to realize that
That's why I'm
we're
trying
kind
to
of
look
at the ass-kissing stage, unfortunately.
It's kind of where I'm looking at the from the idea of, yes, we're going to run into issues with people who don't want the change, but most of those people, I think, are just afraid. And as long as we have their assurances and we can get some sort of guarantee or, potential guarantee from them that if trouble were to ever come again, that they would aid. And I think that would quell most fears from at least the people who are genuinely afraid, not the establishment who wants to abuse and just use these people.
I mean, it benefits them to return. Certainly to.
And then if dragons ever do return, we also pledge to protect any mage who seeks.
I think that'd be a fair thing. In order to come back, they'd need. It can't be just a one-way street. It couldn't be. That the treaty does include that that if they return, that they will be protected and they will not be enslaved again. They will not be forced to do this all over again. That they would be protected from.
It's an
those who would seek.
It's an
those who
actual
would
agreement
seek.
of goodwill. Like,
and of course they would be compensated.
Exactly. Like, we agree to protect you if needed. If the danger ever arises again, we are here. We are a sanctuary for you.
We are pro-union.
And all we ask is that you you aid us so that we can both mutually survive and thrive.
Yes, I concur. Let the mages unionize.
Felix, do you have another concern? Because I hear you and I'm listening.
No, I think that's
trying to find
probably our best bet.
All right. Break. No.
Break. Hands in the middle. 1, 2, 3.
Nori's been standing there the whole time, sticks her little hand in. Yeah.
Nori's just been like below us, just nodding, like she's part of it.
For brevity, we present them with our terms.
So Davrith looks at you. It's like, this is a fair offer. let me take this back to my.
Sir, you were German and now you're French.
I thought he was French before.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure he was French. He was definitely French
Look.
before.
He's French German. Let him live.
Yeah.
I don't know dick about shit. Fuck me, I guess.
He looks at it. We will take this back to. Allow me to take this back to my council, and if it is accepted, we will begin working as a mages in within the college.
Very well.
He holds his hand out. He holds his hand out to shake everyone. It's like,
Nori goes
thank
first.
you. And he shakes Nori's hand too. He's like, thank you. This is the first good faith offer we have had in a long time.
Not it.
I will reach out again when I know more. And he heads out, and you watch as he sort of makes his way back into Academy Row. You guys are able to make your way back to the Order of the Rose without any issue whatsoever. And you have established your first contact and done your first negotiation mission within Academy Row. If you guys would like to, you do also have the ability to speak to, if you want both sides of the mage's story, you do have the ability to go and contact Luvan Sarpator. He's the High Magister.
Isn't he the guy who's friends with the Black Claw?
He associates with them as the High Magister of the college. There has not been any direct connections made yet.
Like he's literally the guy who has to talk to them.
Yeah.
Whether he likes them or not.
Yes. There are rumors about his associations, of course, but nothing proven just yet.
I mean, I, like any human person, have troubles with the concept of putting them up in that tower, good thing. It good that we keep them in there. It good that we do this to them. I have trouble wondering what he could say that's gonna make the rest of us go, you know what, you're right. Cause this isn't like some fun game in my Skyrims where I'm like being a goofy goober guy. This is like Theo's morals. I can't let Theo be okay with that, can I?
Again, it's like
it just depends on like how
you do not have to go and speak to him.
What have you heard your whole life? What's the rhetoric you've heard about mages? What's the like?
That's the thing. Theo was raised by her mother, so she probably was raised with the belief that we need to put those motherfuckers in there. It's probably been over the course of being ousted by her mother that she's
started to
been radicalized.
What radicalized you? I don't know. Being out.
My mom kicked me out.
My mom kicked me out for not joining her fascist dragon club.
We haven't really gotten into detail on the catalyst of getting kicked out, but that's a story for another time.
Jordan, what radicalized you? I don't know. Maybe everybody who I looked up to in power and was like leaders of my world suddenly became the bad guys.
What radicalized you? I was kidnapped by this guy, and he put me in this room with these two strangers whose friend had just died, and said, "We're gonna be friends now."
It's like, what radicalized?
No, it's Theo sitting there like doing the whole like thing from the one like the ship thing where he's like, we're your friends now.
Look at me. Look at me.
I'm
your friend now. That guy too points at Felix in the background like, no one's my friend.
Tears are streaming down their face still from like tears are still streaming down their face from Finian's death, and it's like, look at me, you are my friend now.
Friendship.
Anyway,
we're friends now.
You guys can ponder all of those questions and whether or not you want to talk to Luvan next time. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please join us every other Tuesday for new episodes of Dances with Dice. And when you use the hashtag DWDcast or DWDart, we'll try to use you as named NPCs in the show. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Dances with Dice.